called the inside plane. The inside plane is between your head and your shoulders. Actually, it's between you and the floor, and then like in the frame inside your hand. So it could be between you and you, like this is the inside plane, but then this would be the inside plane, but this would be the outside plane. And what you want to do is have the poi at a comfortable length where, so any shortness where you could fit it in your arm would work. I would recommend for the purposes of this move, you want it to be able to spin here and not hit your shoulder here, right? You want it to be able to go around here like this without hitting your shoulder. Okay. Now that it's going clockwise, what you want to do is just the figure eight that we used to do in the old days that was big, where you went up above your head and then down below. You just want to do it here in the inside plane, so tight to your arm. So as the poi is coming around toward the front, let it drop below the arm, and what'll happen is you'll lift your elbow a little bit to get it up there. So you lift and lower your elbow to get it to go above and below your arm. Keep doing that, and as you do that, let's just add the element of, now if you look at me, it's directly in front of my body. Now I want you to, while you're doing it, move it out to the side, and then move it back in front of the body. So out to the side, but while you're going up and down. Ooh, extra level of difficulty. You're moving it in and out, from in front of you, out to the side, and relax your right hand. Okay, now put it back in front of you, so it's directly in front of you, and now turn with it to your right while you're going above and below. So you're turning with it, in turn, it's a turn with the move. So like you can maybe get it around in a couple of different, like maybe 3 or 4 rotations as opposed to 8. With the right hand, once again, short poi. And we're going to do it clockwise above the arm again, just like we were, and then go below the arm. And the same figure eight, so you're going above to below. 1 up, 1 down, 1 up, 1 down. And now we'll do the same thing that we did a minute ago. So you have it in front of you, then you have your arm out to the side. Then you move your arm back in front of you, then you move your arm back to the side. Then you move your arm in front of you, and you move your arm to the side. And now turn your body to the right with it. Yes. Now, if you do this, what you could do is spin the 2 poi in front of you. So you'll spin them going clockwise in a circle together. And then we'll come up above and down below, up above and down below. So this would just be a together time version of that corkscrew, right? And you're just in front of you, top to bottom, top to bottom. Good. And then you can split the time so that one of them follows the other. You speed one up and you slow the other one down. So it's the same time, together time here, and then you speed one up, slow the other one down, and then one's above the other. Yes, yes, yes. If I were going to go into it so that it was split time, I would start with the left one first and then move the right one to follow it. So they're not moving, left one, then right one. And you pull the left one in toward your face, and then relax into it a little bit, lower it down a little bit. You just want to make sure it's not going above your head, just above the arm. So it's the difference between this and this, right? You want to keep it down so it's coming in toward your face almost. So do this one where it's up and down and you feel the symmetry of the movement with both of them, and you can really maintain it and keep your hands as close together as possible. And then what you could do if you want to still be working on your dance element with it, the together time is great. It's a great movement all on its own. You can start working on turning with it instead of waiting until you're in the split time version. You're here like this, you can tap, then you can be here like this, and you can tap. Yeah, the counterclockwise. So we're in clockwise, then we're in counter. Yes, and then tap on your hip, on your left side. Yeah. You tap on the left hip, it's going to come up over your arm in clockwise. Then you'll tap on your right hip, and it'll come back into counterclockwise. I'm putting it on the side of me so you can see it, but if I showed you it from the front view, if I mirrored you, if you tap on your left side, then you come up into the other direction. Then you come down on your right side, and then come up the opposite way. So then you can tap, and then corkscrew, and then tap, and then corkscrew, and then tap, and corkscrew. Tap. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. okay? You could even do that where you're 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just that little bit takes the whole thing up a whole notch performance-wise. There's always, like, there's an infinite level of perfection you could try to achieve on a technique level. If you start with your artistry immediately, you'll have that built into it. So, okay, once you have enough of the basic movement, if you're like, okay, 1, 2, 3, and sassy hip, 1, 2, 3, and sassy hip, 1, 2, 3, and sassy hip, you'll learn the technique with the style, which will just accelerate the amount of, like, awesomeness you're adding to your performance value, and it'll decrease the amount of time it takes to get there by putting the two of them together at the same time. And one you could do on fire, which will have a very high wow factor because of the taps on the butt.